You're taking somebody else's money. They gave you to grow that money. It's your job to do it. And the great companies find a way to do it no matter what. I was researching some other companies, how they did it. For example, people say these days, oh,
welcome everyone. Welcome back to Fearless Founders. Guess what? Today, Ike and I have got so much to talk about. We just thought we'd take a quick 30-minute block and share with you, particularly with this unique opportunity where Ike, with a successful exit, has gone back into the battlefield. He's back in the arena. And I think that there are so many stories and lessons learned and relearned that we can talk about. Ike, what do you think? Should we do that?
Yeah, sure, of course.
So what made this lunatic idea of yours to go back in again a reality? Why would you do that?
The number one, I think, having a short-term memory, that I didn't remember how hard it is to start another one from scratch. I think, short-term memory is very useful.
Yes, it is.
Time, especially if you are a founder, CEO. There's like so many challenges you solve every day. You don't want to remember all of them, 2 months from now, 2 years from now. So that's good.
And give them a real fast, what you exited and what this new business is in, so everyone knows what you're back into.
So I started FSoft. It was a data extraction company from documents. We did data extraction. I bootstrapped it for the first 7 years, so no investors. And then we did a big Series A, scaled it with the help of the VCs with that money, and then got acquired back in 2022. It was a great run. We had with our own patent approved. It has my name on it about how to use AI to extract data from documents. That was back in 2016, 17. So it's before AI was cool.
Yeah.
But the acquirer needed the revenue we had, but also the AI technology, because they had never invested anything like that. We had a great AI team that we built as part of the company. So that was a good exit. But soon after, I realized I had the itch. I think there's a little bit of I'd like to be in control and make decisions. Working somewhere else under somebody or going to a VC, be the subject matter expert, was not really an option for me.
Mm-hmm.
I considered those, but then I became miserable for a few days, and that's all. Then okay, the only way to let out this energy that I have in me is to start another one. And that's what I did.
Yeah, I think you just described something too. I have noticed over the many, many decades that there are certain types of personalities that cannot dock into a large company and become an employee. It just doesn't work. If it does, it's an unnatural act for them. And
I had great, they call golden handcuffs. I had golden handcuffs. I was with that company for a year.
Yeah.
The job was easy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for me.
Yeah. And I think that's a common trend, and you can see it, and our listeners and viewers are probably nodding, and yep, that's why I'm in this. So this new business is in what space, and what are you relearning again? Sound bites.
So the business is in AI space. So we use AI to make new employees successful. What I mean by that is, in the grand scale of things, AI is coming. It's going to change a lot of industries, a lot of job functions. And the next generation of workers will need to learn how to operate in these new companies. So I wanted to be the one who trains and makes these employees successful for companies. So everybody talks about how AI will take away jobs. I was like, how AI is going to make people successful at their jobs.
Yeah.
because even though number of people might be reduced or the job functions will change, the companies are not going to have 0 employees. So all those employees need to be trained. So we utilize AI to train them. We create companies. We take companies' documents. We put them in a format that is engaging, that is collaborative. So the AI does a lot of role plays with the students, with the employees. The AI gives them coaching on all that. And then, but that's the big picture of it. But from the founder startup perspective, my partner and I, so that's lesson number one. I'm a techie. I'm good at sales because the founders know their products good and bad, and we can create relationships. But one lesson I learned is I am not great at sales. And then I had to find a partner that will complement me. So I knew Cameron. It was great. My previous VC introduced me to him because VCs normally know great sales leaders. So yeah, my partner and I decided we can't boil the ocean, right? And this is what I recommend to everybody. So what we did is we said, okay, we're not going to take care of the world. We're just going to focus on the United States. In the United States, we said we're not going to focus on every company. We're going to focus on smaller companies. And then we're not going to focus on every company in that size. We're going to focus on the people who are hiring sales, and we're going to focus on sales department. Right. So by saying no to all of them, we were able to focus and create a solution just for one thing, and then have a small team to attack that. We absolutely are going to remove these NOs as the time comes, as the product matures, as we get more traction, as we learn more about the challenges of our customers. We know exactly what problem we're solving right now, exactly what companies we're going after, and then exactly what we're developing every day with engineering.
Great. Hey, let's go hit listeners and viewers with a couple of points. 2 things that you've relearned is, this is hard. 2 things real fast, because we got so many topics to cover in a short amount of time.
The entrepreneur's life is full of contradictions, everything is contradiction. I'll tell you a few things. One is I learned a lot from my previous experience, like from growing from 0 to 1, right? But if you think I've done all that on my second job, I'm just gonna hire people to do things, that doesn't work. Like the money doesn't solve your problems. It's you are here as a founder because you had that experience, those scars, those micro decisions. To be able to say no to a feature request from your engineers, from your customers, depends on like what you're carrying forward. So the number one is it's hard work. It's a lot of work, and you have to talk to the customers, engineers. You have to take care of everybody. It's nothing you can outsource. None of it. Even like when you're hiring new people, you have to do it. They want the time with the founder, and they want to find out what's your mission. Why are you doing this?
One of the things that you've already stated that you did better this time around is you already got Cameron, because he already has the expertise on selling to scale it so that you don't become the bottleneck. So that's another, you already implemented a key learning from the last time.
Yeah, exactly.
Day one, boom.
Yep.
Yeah. Not reduce the ability to get the lifeblood revenue.
Yeah, exactly. And like I also, like in the previous startup, I hired a bunch of salespeople. Some of them were young in their early careers. Some of them were late in their careers. I worked with channel partners, and they all had challenges. Like for the young generation getting into sales department, you have to teach them the skills, the art, how your product works, how you want to sell your product, industry knowledge. Like you have to teach all those things. For experienced salespeople, you can skip the technology, like the industry wise and all that, but they're used to selling it the way you used to sell it in the other companies, right? So we had those challenges. I went to my go-to market was through channel, so training channel. For how to sell, how to install, how to manage those customers. So I had pretty good experience, but nothing like Cameron did. One of Cameron's companies, he was hired at a company before they sold a single product. So like he went there, and I think from 0 to 5 years, he built the sales team. He hired 100 people in that 5 years. The revenue grew from 0 to 85 million dollars.
Wow.
I haven't done that.
Wow. Yeah.
So so not only you bring your partner with that, but because he's done that so many times, he also brings a domain expertise. Exactly why the reason we're starting from sales department.
Mhm.
But we have insights that many others wouldn't have on how to build this product, because a camera alone probably hired and trained 500 sales reps.
Mhm.
So that insight, that knowledge goes into the product.
Absolutely. You can't abdicate your role, scale with revenue in mind from day one. And just embellish the one topic. Being a founder is managing in a world of contradictions.
Yeah.
In some cases, you have to do this, but yet at the same time, you're not supposed to. In some cases, you don't want to, but you are required to. Give some examples so that our viewers and listeners can understand what you said.
So one of them is money. You have to scale the company, you have to grow it.
Yeah.
But you can't run out of money.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a very common question with the investors. They're gonna say, how are you gonna grow fast? You need to hire more people. You need to have a option plan and for employees. You need to invest more in the company, not have a churn. Also not run out of money, but you also don't raise up too much money, because then you're gonna be diluted. And then if you're gonna have a down round 2 years from now, it's bad for investors. Don't ever do that. So it's full of contradictions on the money side.
Well said.
It's your job to manage the expectations and also to run the company. I think I put too much emphasis on in the past what I've been told these things, because sometimes you have to recognize the advice that is coming is not a wholesome one. Like they just saw a slice of a company, slice of a success, and then that person might think that's the only way to do it. That's not the case.
That's right.
So our job is to maximize everything. So I'll tell you one other thing. One of my mentors taught me that great companies operate at the maximum level in 4 different areas. One is product. Your product is best of the best. Your sales or distribution channel. So it doesn't have to be like hiring a bunch of salespeople. Maybe you find a distribution channel, maybe LinkedIn or some other way. Like distribution channel is great. Number 3, your brand and how you're perceived, reputation in the marketplace. And number 3, how you're managing operationally.
4,
ops, internal operations. If you're doing great job in all 4, you're one of the top 10 companies in the world, like Google, Apple, and all that. For a startup, you have to recognize you can't do all that. You don't have the money, you don't have the time, you don't have the energy to do all that. So in the beginning, you just need to focus on product and sales.
That's right. Ignore
everything else. Nobody is going to care about your font size on your logo. Just let that go. Once you make your first $100 million in revenue, you can hire a team and spend $5 million on a marketing agency that's going to come up with a brand new logo for you, like the Jaguar company did. Like I think Airbnb did theirs after like 15 years. Like that you don't focus on that. And then if you're really, really early stages, focus on the product, not even sales. Because you just don't have the resources, time, and energy to tackle everything.
Beautiful. Limited resources, and yet you have to show growth. Only so many people to share the wealth, and yet it's on your shoulder as the founder, CEO, president, operator. Yes, go raise money. How much do you want for that money and the valuation? And if you take that money, what is now, you said this a moment ago. As soon as you take money in, what's the new focus now? As soon as you take money from outside investors.
Growth. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
They're very exceptions out there, like they do research, but I'm not talking about those. If you got a VC money, 99.9% of the time, you have to grow. If you don't grow, then you're not worth their time and money. I think my previous company, I remember in the board meeting, the company was growing 24% a year at one point, and the VCs were not happy with us. That was too low.
Right? Isn't that interesting? Yeah. As soon as you take in investment money, the returns required and the expectations are absolutely mind-bogglingly hard on the founder, the CEO. For now, the clock starts.
Yes, and like I don't think we can. I don't think this is a negative comment for VCs. Like you've taken somebody else's money, they gave you to grow that money. It's your job to do it. And the great companies find a way to do it, no matter what. I was researching some other companies how they did it. For example, people say these days, oh, the investment amount from VCs to startups is all-time high, but it's going to only 10 companies, right? Everybody else is getting zilch. Okay, that means that 10 company and their ecosystem has a lot of money they're spending. So why don't you go after sell those companies?
That's right.
Like somebody's getting a lift from those companies.
Yes.
So as operators, it's our job to find a way to grow, no matter what's happening in the industry. Like, even if you have to change course, change your team, change your product, change your direction, that's what we got to do.
That's right. I love that. In the end, all of us have gone through multiple times the grit required to innovate, regardless of what the market conditions are. For we have a purpose and a passion. We're going to make it real. And it takes a lot of effort, a lot of effort that cannot be abdicated. We are responsible to carry the ball forward.
Yeah. Our job is not easy, as founders. In Silicon Valley, they solve this problem, but brutally. Say if a company is not growing, and you have, let's say, 20, 30, 100 customers, right? They just drop everything. They just turn it off, go start a new one, and then they raise more money to start another one. And in Silicon Valley, it's a great place. They're rewarded by their investors by trying different things.
Good.
But for the rest of the world, I think when you have 100 customers, you're making, say, $1 million of revenue or $10 million revenue. And you can also make that bigger, like, $100 million revenue.
Yeah.
You're stuck sometimes because the expenses that you incur to support those customers, taking away everything you have so that you can't innovate, you're trapped. So founders has to watch out for these traps.
Yes.
Like you have to utilize like maybe technological advancements, like such as AIs, like the vibe coding or the coding agents to improve your product, to improve your like how you excellence, or improve your branding if you're at that stage, or innovate in the distribution models. So you have to find a way, because if you don't, then you'll be stuck with a X millions of dollar revenue company and you're slowly dying.
Yeah, well put. We have less than 6 minutes left. Hey, so here's a thought.
Yeah.
And you said it. Tools like AI. Everyone who's new starting off understands this, but it's still good to be able to say it. Aren't you finding that now with AI that your development resources are a fraction of what it took to create products 15 years ago, 10 years ago?
Yeah, so there's different aspects of it. So number one, it's not the case where you don't have any engineers or you have only minimal engineers and everything else is being done with the AI. That is a wrong conception. You need different types of engineers maybe, but you need more advanced people, more architect level developers. So the way we did it is we tried to find the best of the best backend engineer, best of the best AI engineer, best of the best front-end engineer, best of the best UI UX, and we arm them with AI so that we get more out of them. So 5 people might worth like 20 people, 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
But you cannot do it without engineers. Another contradiction in startup is you don't have a lot of runway. You have to produce results, you have to produce features, you have to move along your customers, and you have to do it in small increments. You cannot say, okay, I'm going to work on a feature and it's going to take us 6 months to do it, but it's going to have all the bells and whistles. That doesn't work. So we release new versions sometimes twice a week, sometimes twice a month. Whenever it's ready to be released to the customer, we have to give that benefit to them. That means, we might have more technical debt than usual, more frequency, smaller technical debt, but more frequency is different, right?
Yeah.
So, like, for example, we utilize AI there. We need to refactor the whole code. We have the AI do it. But how a new feature is going to be developed, how they're going to be comprehensively tied to each other, and what's going to be related to what we're going to put 2 months from now, so that we don't destroy everything ever again. Those type of decisions, you need smart architect level engineers and everything we do, even when we're designing UI UX.
You're right. You're absolutely right. It becomes more crucial to hire the right people at the start.
Yes. Yeah. I think we did, like, in the past 6 months, we did 3 big initiatives to clean the code and to refactor it and to make it more current, so that we don't have technical debt. But we're going to have probably 2 more this year. But we have to operate that way. We're so fast. Like, the speed of product development is, like, I've never seen the speed like this before. I'm still in awe most of the time how we're going this fast, and that's only possible with AI.
Yes, it is mind-boggling. As you know, I have lots of software CEOs who are scaling and growing their business. Oh my goodness, I'm seeing one group is doing and they're growing at almost 3,000% with essentially 4 engineers. Relative to the rest of the team, they're producing so much accurate, clean code, less code debt, technical debt than ever before. So the cleanup is less.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary. Everyone is moving at a fast pace, which has a lot of positives. Though we're talking about less engineers needed, I think we just need to reshuffle the engineering resources to other aspects of the job that are required to fulfill onboarding, custom engineering, support.
I think, like, overall, it's like Uber. When Uber came, it became so easy for many more people to join the gig economy.
Yeah.
And more people got paid. It's the same thing. I think the companies will do more with less engineers, but the number of companies that can produce quality products and solve edge cases is going to increase exponentially. So there will be there will be more need for engineers in the marketplace.
Yeah.
It's like, if we had 1,000 companies in the past, there will be like 5,000 companies, because it was not economical before to produce a product for 1,000 local shops, like, let's say, like bagel shops.
Yeah.
It wasn't possible to produce an app just for the bagel shops in the past. You had to go by Salesforce.com, right? There's nothing. But now, with this ease, there will be more entrepreneurs to be able to build a product just for bagel shops.
True.
So that's the analogy. Like, there will be more companies requiring more engineers, but if $100 million company had 100 engineers in the 10 years ago, maybe they will be okay now with 50.
That's a very good and accurate, I think even conservative discount on the number of resources needed, redeployed elsewhere to keep the world running at a fast clip.
Yes, and one app that came from this AI's ability to build code is the vibe coding. Now you can just go to these platforms and build either an app on the web or an iPhone app, a mobile app, by just describing things, and then build it, and then just go start selling.
In the old days, my ancient days, where we had no desktop but mid-range, mid-frame mainframes, where we had to code in COBOL, Pascal, assembly language, Fortran, My world. What a
I saw those in a museum, in British Museum of History last week.
along with the actual insects that created the bugs. And creating the bugs on the machines. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen those too. So, dude, there's so much to talk about. But today, that is a great start. We're going to keep doing this.
Sounds
So,
good. Can't wait.
thank you for sharing the journey, version N on your journey.
No
Right?
problem.
So-
Next week I'll be the host, and I will interview you.
Done.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone. Tune in next time. See you
Thanks,
soon.
everyone. Bye.